Here's the mine I wanted to show you, one of them. This one was sealed off by BLM a few years ago. You can see the pipe sticking up, that's the main shaft. They left the pipes in there so the birds and bats could fly in and out of them. Go to Google Earth and look at an area that has gold producing area in a lot of mines. And what I did is I found the name of the mine, and then I went to minedat.org, punched in that name, and then I found out what they were pulling out of here. But the problem was, it said in sulfides right down on the bottom of the list. So I knew it wasn't something I wanted. And that's why it's important that you do that, is you find out that if it's free mill gold or sulfides of tellurides, because you're going to be working your hiney off to get no shiny. I'm going to illustrate my point. A lot of the mines, the smaller mines, would put their good material that they're going to ship to the mill off to the side here. And they were mining limonite, and you can see it here in these piles of red dirt. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sample it and show you what I'm talking about and why it's so important to know what you're getting into before you even get out to the mines. You see these piles of dirt behind me? Well, this was the classification for the stuff they were pulling out of the mine. And they put the fine stuff here, and they put the bigger stuff here, and then they go through it later. This is the stuff you want to sample right here when you go into these old small mines, because you want to see if there's any gold there. Now in the background, you can see the mine dump, not tailing pile. You can see the decomposing granite in there, all that white material. Something else we found in here was copper. I'm gonna show you a sample of it right here. See that? Isn't that pretty? Copper carbonate. You got a bunch of azurite in there too, and there's some malachite right there. See that malachite? And that's azurite right there, that nice pretty blue. So there's copper in there, which is a good formula when you're looking for gold. Whenever you got iron and copper in the mix, that's always good. I'm gonna go ahead and pan it down. I'm gonna show you what sulfides looks like and why you wanna stay away from mines like this. I know I'm going really fast. That's because I got another mine I need to go to, because that's where the gold's at. And I don't wanna be messing around with these sulfides, but I think it's important that you see this. Now I know you can't see it because it's muddy water, but that's nothing but sulfides in there. Pyrite and chalcopyrite right in there. There's your sulfides right in there, see that? Chalcopyrite, pyrite. See how it's got that kind of rainbow color to it? Peacock color. Beautiful limonite piles everywhere. In jarosite and plumbo jarosite. 111 ounces per ton in it. So come on, let's go. This is what they were following right here. See this lens? It's called a lens because it's skinny on the outside, and then it gets fat in the middle, and then skinny again. See where it pinches out right there? That's all limonite. And see the copper carbonate on the outer edge of the lens? You gotta be real careful of these stopes that pop through to the other levels. Now the reason why this is here, see this nice old chunky vein right there? See that limonite? That's what they were chasing. Right there. Is they're chasing it from down below too. So you got two levels going at the same time on the same vein. And that's why you got holes in the floor. And that's why you gotta be careful. Now see all this limonite right here? You got all this copper carbonate right there? Now they left this column in here to hold the ceiling up, but that's what they were chasing. That nice rich zone right there. All right, see this beautiful limonite? Look at that. That's what we're gonna take. Oh, it's nice and rich and red, so I'm gonna put my gold pan down there and get me a whole bunch of it. I'll bet you that's where the 110 ounces is at. We're starting to get railroad track here, and here's a big old stope right here that they backfilled. You can see all this big wood and timber holding this back right here. Here, come here, take a look at this. I wanna show you something. We're starting to get into the limonite. Now I got this nice little pocket here of malachite. I don't know if you can see that. You can see the limonite back in there. Beautiful sample right there. I might take some of that out and pan it and see if there's anything in it. But I know there's bigger examples than that in the back, so we're gonna go check it out. So come on, let's go. This is what's called a stope. I'm standing on a stope. It's not a winze. Remember, winze is a shaft in the floor. This is actually a level that goes all the way down. They're coming from down below and chasing that limonite. They came all the way up. Now the problem is you get people walking out here with a little candle, no flashlight, and they fall in these holes, and they go all the way down, sometimes 1,000 feet. You gotta be real careful. Oh, look at this. See all that? That limonite? It's real soft too. I don't know if I want to be digging at that. Look at all that mineralization in there. See that? And oh wow, look at this. Come here. I got a whole pocket back here. I'm gonna run a detector over that, see if there's anything in it. Yeah, because I know there's gotta be something in there. The rest of that's just iron. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. Hope I don't wash it out of my hand. Oh, look at that thing. See that right there? Yeah. Oh, I love the taste of gold. So I'm going to go back inside and keep digging. I don't care if I'm here till midnight. I'm going to get every piece of gold there is in this mine. all that beautiful limonite right in there. But there's these nice, beautiful pink tags in here. And they put those tags in here along the mineralization zones where gold or silver, whatever their mining could be. And usually the mine owners or potential leases will put that in there so they can identify. So you know, if you see those tags, that's where there's potential minerals at. And you can see all this limonite in here in these huge lenses. And in this particular mine, the limonite forms next to the bedding planes of the dolomite, which is the limestone. And you can see calcite crystals all up in there. Isn't that beautiful? So I know that there's gold in there because someone came through and marked it all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through here and I'm going to show you the proper way to sample this stuff. And that way you'll know if there's gold in it. I'm hoping there's a lot of gold in there too, because you know I got to have that gold. Yeah. Oh, look at that beautiful limonite. Oh, look at that. There's a whole bunch of veins of it right in there. Oh, you can see where they stoked it all out right down in here. There's an old dynamite box right there. Look at that. Okay, so come here. I want you to take a look at this. Okay, remember what I told you about those tags? Well, here's one right here. See that? See the calcite crystals? And I got some formation of alkali from the water that's down here. Anyway, you can see all this beautiful looking limonite right in there, see that? And what you want to look for when you're sampling in limonite is where the lenses, they become horizontal, because when you have secondary enrichment, most of that gold is going to form along the horizontal bedding planes, more so than it will in a chute or any type of a irregular lens that's vertical. So when you go down in these mines and you see this beautiful limonite, always try to find ones where the veins always flatten out, and then pull from the bottom of those veins. And I guarantee you, you're going to see gold like you never saw before. And sometimes we found even giant chunks forming like nuggets. So what am I going to do? As you can see, I've got this, you can see all this dolomite right here. See that? Nice solid dolomite. And then you have these lenses right here, right in between. And I'm going to take samples from here and maybe up above, because that stuff's pretty hard. And then I'm going to show you how to properly sample it and tag it so you know where it came from. I'll tell you what, that'll work it. Okay. See all that beautiful limonite all the way up? There's this huge lens right here. Now you can see the calcite crystals going right up in there. See that? Of course, that other white material is the alkali, is precipitating out of the rock because of the moisture. When you're sampling, you can either bring bags or 5-gallon buckets or 3-gallon buckets. I like bags because when I'm on a ladder, it's really hard to manipulate buckets. It's almost impossible. So what you're going to want to do is get you some coin bags and an old milk jug or one of these old Tide containers and cut it all the way through like that. See that? You're going to cut a hole all the way through. And that way you can put it right in the bag and hold it up against the rock face like that. So when you're sampling, it just falls right in like a funnel and you can fill that bag up. And that's what we're going to do, because I see some really nice, good deposits of limonite in here. You can tell by all these tags. See how that acts like a funnel on there? Oh, I love that. So much easier. Goes right on in. Make sure you're wearing a dust mask, because you don't want silicosis from all this. Next, you gotta remember where you got this bag. I like bringing GPS down here, photographing it. But what most miners will do is they'll bring down these little index cards like this. And they'll take a pen and they'll fill this index card out. I'll leave up a still shot of what it's supposed to look like. Also, with your index cards, you're going to want a compass. I know it sounds weird down inside of a mine, but this way you can note the strike angle, which is important because this vein might travel for a few hundred feet or a few hundred yards. You're going to want to know the strike and the angle. That's why a compass is so good. When you pull a sample here, you're going to note the location of it. You're going to write that down on this small index card, and you're going to put it in this sack. And then you're going to tie it up, and then you're going to get your next bag out, and you're going to move down the line maybe about 5 feet, and you're going to do the same thing again. That's if you think that this is a good vein. I mean, if you don't want to waste your time because you don't think it's good ore, then don't. But I can tell already that this vein has got gold in it. So what I'm going to do is I took a sample from here. I'll come up around the side of this column here, and I'll pull another sample from right over there, and then I'll mark that and fill this bag up. And that's all we're going to do is 2, because I can't haul more than 2 bags up this ladder. See where that lens right here is sitting on this bedding plane horizontally? I know there's going to be gold right in through here, right at that contact zone. There you go. That ain't too shabby. Not for a pan full.